Hello everyone and welcome to the Joe Darth Maz channel. Something a little different for you today. We're trying to grow the channel and throw as much content out there and see what sticks. So today, rather than a look at something from the Walt Disney World parks itself, we're going to examine a little more closely one of the most famous films, particularly in recent history in the Disney fandom, and see if the public really got the message that the company may have been trying to put out there. Or was it just a very popular movie that hit at the right time on all the right cylinders? So today we're going to be looking at Frozen from 2013, and did the public really, quote-unquote, get Frozen? After its premiere in 2013, it seemed that Frozen fever permeated every facet of American culture. This phenomenon endured for several years, and has subsided just in time for the impending release of its sequel later this year. The film's grip on society should not really have been surprising, considering the fact that it grossed over $400 million domestically, and more than double that amount internationally. Disney itself, completely surprised by its stunning global appeal, initially struggled to capitalize on the popularity of the film, particularly in the parks. Frozen events, like Frozen Summer, and thrown together attractions like Frozen Sing-Along Celebration surfaced as a way to capitalize on Frozen fever until more permanent tie-ins, like the Frozen Ever After attraction, were cemented in place. There were many reasons why Frozen connected with audiences around the world, not the least of which were the great songs from the Lopez family and classic performances from the cast. However, this film was groundbreaking in a way that I feel may have flown under the radar of many who loved it, but may not have realized exactly why. While Pixar's Brave may have preceded Frozen in exploiting a cliché of a young woman needing to be rescued by a prince or strong male character, the tale of Anna and Elsa elevates female empowerment to a level unprecedented in the history of Disney Pixar films. One of the unique aspects of Frozen is that there are several plot twists throughout the film. More unique is that all of them involve shattering the decades-old plot device of a dashing man saving the damsel in distress. Even more unique is how one of Frozen's damsels is rescued from her distress. The first of Frozen's plot twists involves the dashing yet deceptive Prince Hans of the Southern Isles. The audience is led throughout the plot to expect Hans to come to the rescue of his newfound love, Princess Anna. Same old Disney story, right? Well, dead wrong. Not only does Hans not save the day, he leaps headfirst into a role left vacant for nearly the entire film, that of the villain. Before Hans shows his true colors by leaving Anna to freeze to death by an extinguished fire, the only character that comes close to filling the villain role is Elsa herself. So no traditional Disney ending provided by Hans. The second plot twist involves Kristoff, the closest thing Frozen offers, as a man who may swoop in and save the day, and the damsel, after Hans is flipped from would-be hero to dastardly villain. After Kristoff realizes that Anna might be in danger, he begins a selfless mad dash to save a girl he left in the hands of her true love. Again, Frozen pulls the rug out from under the audience with a second unexpected plot twist. Despite his good intentions to save a girl he believes is in love with another man, Kristoff arrives too late to save Anna, as she finally succumbs to the cold spell accidentally placed in her heart by Elsa, and then freezes solid right before his eyes. But that only happens after Frozen almost gives us the moment we all expected was coming. In what seems like another instance of a man swooping in at the last moment to save his girl, Anna sees her real true love, Kristoff, across the frozen fjord, ready to provide that act of true love that can thaw a frozen heart. As she begins to rush toward him, Anna notices her sister Elsa is one sword strike away from being murdered at the hands of the evil Hans. In the first of two truly selfless acts, Anna turns away from the traditional hero rushing in to save his damsel in distress, and instead rushes to her sister's aid. Process that for a moment. The younger sister, weak and seconds away from death, rejects what seems to be her salvation to save her older sister, who has phenomenal magic powers. Anna walks away from the act of true love rushing toward her, the salvation that promises to save the day for her, only to provide the most impressive of Frozen's plot twists, the one that makes the film truly unique, and in my humble opinion, is the subliminal reason why the film was such a monstrous success. Anna rushes to Elsa's side, placing herself between her sister and the man that left her to die earlier in the film. With her last seconds of life, Anna sacrifices herself to save her sister. As the frozen curse that was ironically placed inside of her by her sister completely turns her to ice, Anna shields Elsa from the fatal strike of Hans's sword. In that one selfless act, Anna totally obliterates the traditional cliché of the princess being rescued by her handsome prince. Not only is Elsa not saved by a handsome prince, she is saved by a princess. However, the most mind-blowing plot point in the film is yet to be revealed. The final element of Frozen's pure storytelling genius is that with her sacrifice, Anna saves not only her sister, but herself. She physically saves Elsa from Hans's sword, but with her selfless act, she breaks the curse that nearly ended her own life. True love's kiss? The prince that saves the day? Not in this film. The act of true love that the audience has been waiting to see for 2 hours arrives not in the form of romantic love, but the familial love between two sisters. She simultaneously saves both Elsa's life and her own. Final plot twist delivered, audiences' minds blown. Or were they? Did everyone realize how unique that plot twist really was? So much is unraveled in those few seconds on the fjord that it seems even Frozen's filmmakers didn't think the audience would be able to dissect it all. In fact, Olaf himself breaks it all down for us when he straight out says, "An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart." In case no one was able to connect the dots on their own. Frozen did spawn legions of haters as the mania dragged on for years and Disney did its best to saturate the world in sparkly icicles and blue-tinted snowflakes while playing Let It Go on an incessant loop. Yet in an age of movements to raise awareness for female empowerment, Frozen's success and accolades seem to have been centered less on its groundbreaking message and more on the other jewels in its icy crown. So the next time you watch the tale of our two favorite daughters of Arendelle, think about why you really liked or hated Frozen so much. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to help us build our following so we can keep bringing more content to you on a consistent basis. Thanks again, we appreciate all your support, and we'll see you next time on the Joe Darth Maz channel.